all the things we do as a team, as an organization, as a school to provide all those things. What you see today, you could never come there and see. It's an accumulation of what a team does in the off season and all those things. That's all the blood, sweat, and tears. That's where that comes from. Not on the field in practice. That comes in the off season before we ever get to a field.
Jimbo, you alluded to.
And I believe in those things wholeheartedly. That's why we spend so much money in our support systems to develop, to get these guys how to think, how to play with Trevor and all of our guys in the off season with sports psychology and the player development, which I say is the most critical thing in college sports today, of changing these guys' minds and getting them to think as one and not as individuals.
Jimbo, you alluded to this team measuring up with anybody for 60 minutes. Are you getting tired of outsiders nitpicking the
No, I'm just proud of them. I don't. Hey, their opinion. I don't control what people think of us. That's their business. That's none of my business. That has nothing to do with me. I'm just very proud of our team and what they do and how they accomplish things. They can think what they want. I know what I know.
You guys have dealt with distractions all year. There were new reports out with PJ. How have you guys been able to deal with those distractions?
We compartmentalize and address and move on.
Jimbo Roberto again coming through for you, huge 3 for 3. Just
I might give him some dinner on Monday. We might give him dinner on Monday. We might keep that guy around a while. It's just easy. I mean, he's just unbelievable. I mean, he is Mr. Reliable. I mean, but if you ever go in there and watch him prepare in the off season, how he does things every day. I mean, this doesn't happen by accident. I mean, this guy puts, it's like James. I mean, James puts in 3 hours of film a night every day after practice 4 or 5 days a week. This guy does the same in his work ethic, how he kicks. These guys understand that the power of preparation is the key to success, and they're willing to pay that price.
Seemed like all this week.
I'm sorry?
Was he hurting at all this week a little bit?
He's a little old. He's getting old. He's getting a bit old, man.
This wasn't a game where Rashad could get his big numbers, but you had the freshman receivers out there the whole game. It seemed like
we did. We liked them. We got where we're going, and we said that's what we thought we could come back with. And now we had the ball going to Rashad, but it's good that we don't have to do that. And Nick made some critical plays, but that's the thing about this team right now. The ball is getting spread to all the players on the field. So if you take them away, we can go over here, and that's why I like our team right now.
Jimbo, what was on in the defensive meeting at halftime? It seems the defense plays so much better.
We made adjustments. We just talked about we went in it. We said as a staff first before we broke down how well they doing, how we gonna make that adjustment. How can we change personnel groups? How are they getting us in this? And we swapped some suggestions, and they gave up some ideas. And they went back and made the adjustments and moved on.
Are there any things or comparisons between each game of how the defense is going to prepare for the second half, or it changes each week with adjustments you guys have?
It all changes. You never know. You got to make it one run.
In the second half on offense, it looked like you switched up a little bit. Didn't pass much vertical, you didn't horizontal.
We did. We started because they were playing man and getting the press stuff, so we started rubbing crossing, running the crossing stuff. We had some vertical stuff on the side, but then we tried to run them across. Because when you play man, hard thing is now your first inclination is to protect deep, and then when you get going across and we can run, you can get a little, you can leverage them and pick them and run them. Then as far as lift them when you run a route and then separate flat, you can. We have enough speed to run away. You're exactly right. You actually pay attention, what you Greg?
Jimbo, if this was Notre Dame, they'd be writing books about these comebacks.
Exactly.
Las Vegas, the point spread this week, comebacks. Why is it perceived differently with you guys?
You guys are writing it. Yeah, I don't know. Because I mean, it is what it is. That's y'all. I'm having fun.
Are you being compared? Is it good that you're being compared to what you guys accomplished last year? Or are you?
I hate comparing players. I hate comparing teams. It's unfair. You can't compare teams from year to year. It's just like comparing children. It's like comparing brothers. It's unfair to brothers to compare because they're different DNA. This team's a different DNA. That group of guys is going. That group of guys will never play again together. This group of guys in another 2 months will never play again together. A team has a 1-year life expectancy. That's what I keep trying to tell everybody. Everybody wants it to. A team is a 1-year lifespan, or none. That group and one. Look at DNA. There's one. If you're a smidgen off from one DNA, that clears you from court. Is that right? Well, it's the same way here. One player. I mean, everybody's DNA is different. This team is what it is. It's great in its own way.
The screenplay of the last session, you were trying to set that up.
Yeah, we did. We had a couple screens in there. We were inches off one time, and we had a couple, and we knew we could get screens. Just had to get the right time.
And Rashad also.
I apologize if you were asked this already, but it's hard enough to win one game, forget 26 in a row. For you guys to do it the way you do it sometimes, distractions around you, obviously something new this week that popped up. Does this make any sense how you guys are able to block out the noise?
Yeah, I think it's about this is done in the off season. It's not done now. It's done in the off season with how you think, how you believe, how you walk, how you talk, everything about the whole organization. from A to Z. And everybody touches these young men understands how to mold them, how to structure them. That's what I talk about all the time, the process. And that's what it's all about.
Just 10 guys had a reception today. Just how
How
much?
many?
10 guys. Had
Is that right?
Yeah. How does
You
that
give
help?
me some
with
bad
the
stats
offense?
there, Kirby. Step forward. Let me see the final. There you go.
How does being able to have that many guys that can catch a ball and catch it well, open up the offense?
Recruit. That's recruiting and getting guys there and developing players. Our coach, our assistant guys, I mean, take a hats off to our assistant coaches. Keeping guys in the game, making the adjustments, getting guys' minds in the game, keep playing ball and doing those things. They've done a tremendous job along with the players. We got a great staff, guys. Great staff.
One more question, Jim.
Does it feel like to you, you've won 26 straight, or do you feel like you've won one in a row?
I just went one in a row. Now I'm worried about Boston College. I'm worried about going to play Boston College. I mean, that's the next one on the agenda, and that's what we got to get ready for. They'll be ready to play. They've had an off week, just like they had this week, and so they'll be rested, healthy. They'll have some things we ain't seen. We got to go play again.
How are
Jimbo,
how-
moving to Canvas Center, you mentioned it's about getting where y'all want to go. Is that just kind of a thought that you need more physicality inside there?
No, just trying to get some athleticism. Big Broad has really been playing that well. You get that size and length and athleticism out there, it's pretty good.
and how are the guys after the game in terms of was this
Yeah, they're very happy and excited, and because they understand the respect they have for Miami. These guys have great respect for Miami. This is a great rivalry. There's great respect. They got a great team, great organization. That's one of the things I like about this rivalry. It's played physical, it's played tough. There's a mutual respect between the two teams, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And our team was very excited. They understand the relevance of playing a great Miami team in Miami and then coming out victorious. They don't take that for granted. But at the same time, they're in their process and move on, get ready to play Boston College.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Thank you.